We've arrived for our first day in Yosemite. We head into the valley and take in some of the breathtaking sights of Yosemite, made all that more spectacular thanks to the unusual winter we've had in California. While we have big ambitions for the day, we quickly find out that not everything will go as planned. Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. We are in Mariposa, about an hour outside of Yosemite Valley. We got started early so we could hopefully take an early morning hike. Last thing to do before we head in is to get gas. There aren't a lot of places to get gas in Yosemite, so it's important to get filled up. Another benefit of going to a gas station leads to one of my pro tips. First thing in the morning, we try to find a bathroom. Even though we have a bathroom in the van, we try to avoid using it. If you use it, you gotta clean it. Keeping it unused gives us one less chore, and you are always looking for less chores in a van. So let's fill her up and get going. He's looking at you very cute. It's like, I want to come out. Hurry up, let me out. One thing I cannot emphasize enough to people is get good hiking shoes. We made that mistake for a long time. Went hiking without good hiking shoes. Oh boy, does it make a difference, right, Liz?
Yeah, you don't slip.
Okay, we made it to Yosemite. Just parked in the parking lot. There's Gadget. Gadget! What do you think of Yosemite? Yeah, okay. Liz? Just arrived. We're gonna walk around a little bit, get our bearings. There's a visitor center up there somewhere. We're gonna go, but otherwise right now, totally beautiful. Kind of ridiculous how beautiful it is. I'm surprised how empty it is, but it's still pretty early in the season. Originally we had planned to kind of do some major hiking on our first kind of day here, but I think we're gonna just take it easy and kind of get the lay of the land. Maybe go on some of the shorter hikes, not do the major ones. We caught a bus over from stop 1 over to Yosemite Falls, which is stop 6. It wasn't the most direct path, and so it took a little bit longer than I thought, so I'm not sure we'll take it on the way back. We're starting on an easy trail today. This is just the Lower Yosemite Trail. Not supposed to be too strenuous, supposed to be pretty quick. Lots of water running through these rivers right now from all that California rain that we've had the past few weeks. Yosemite Falls is particularly gorgeous right now. It consists of 3 separate falls, but for most people, they only get to see these 2. In recent years, lots of people have come to Yosemite and been disappointed with the falls because there hasn't been much rain. That is definitely not the case right now. It feels like the waterfalls are overflowing with water. One of the things that's definitely noticeable when you come up this way is how much the temperature has dropped. Just as you get closer to these falls, you can hear it, you can feel it, and it's definitely colder. There's so much water coming off of this fall. Jeez. A lot of mist. You can really feel it. It's really quite cold actually, just kind of standing here. Thank God I have my warm jacket. We just finished the Lower Yosemite Falls hike. I'm not sure I would call it much of a hike. It was a very leisurely walk. There's a little bit of an incline, I guess, toward the end, but definitely it's like half a mile maybe. Liz, what do you think?
Yeah.
Half a mile?
Yeah.
Super unpaved. It was super easy. This makes it super accessible. Given how beautiful Yosemite Falls is, there's a lot of bang for the buck here. So I suggest anyone who can go see it, definitely go see it. One thing you probably saw earlier in the video, we took the Yosemite bus. I think that was a complete waste of time. Okay, so again, I guess it gets you a little bit closer. You don't have to walk, but really the distance between where we were parked to the Lower Yosemite Falls where it dropped us off and the time it took us to get there, I honestly think I could have walked faster. And the bus only runs in one direction. So it starts at 1 and goes all the way through like 18, 19, 20. And so you want to come backwards, it does not do that. So it's like 45 minutes round trip. That's what the bus driver told me. And actually to walk back here from 6 back to 1 was like, I don't know, 20 minutes. So definitely faster to just walk if you have the inclination. After Yosemite Falls, it was a good time to check into our campsite. It's a beautiful campsite, but unfortunately Liz and I aren't going to take much advantage of it. The weather isn't good enough to hang outside the van, so for us, this is just going to be a parking spot for the night. One of the important things to keep in mind about Yosemite is that it is bear country. This is the first time Liz and I have really had to worry about this. Safety is a huge priority. So one of the things you have to do is store your food in one of these bear lockers. There's some scary pictures of bears absolutely tearing apart cars. But another huge advantage of traveling in a camper van is that we did not have to store our food in one of these food lockers, since the van has all metal walls. You see all sorts of weird and unusual things when you go through a national park like this, and if someone can tell me what this thing is, I'd really appreciate it. We are on a very easy hike right now. It's going to be an early evening hike. It'll be the last one for the day. Just going to somewhere called Mirror Lake, which looks like it's on a paved road. It's completely paved road. Yeah, so far. So no real strenuous hiking today. We're leaving some of that for the rest of the week. How are you feeling about things today, Liz?
Good. Yeah, really light and easy. A stroll with Gadget too. Yeah, it's nice. We're approaching Mirror Lake, and I am awestruck by the beauty that's everywhere. From the tall, gracious trees to the majestic mountains, Yosemite is a photographer's dream come true.
We went a little bit more into Mirror Lake. You can kind of see the background here. It's so strange though. When you get to the top of this lake, it is really calm here. It's probably why I call it Mirror Lake. It's just very calm. It's not even that bad, but as soon as it goes over that edge, which we'll walk over to that edge, it starts to really kind of get moving. Well, that should conclude our first day in Yosemite. It was fantastic. Like we said earlier, we had never been to Yosemite, so it was really interesting to kind of see everything. Didn't quite go as we planned it to go, though. We initially thought we would get into Yosemite and do one of the major hikes on the first day, but it ended up being better for us to just see the lay of the land, figure out what was where, get to our campsite, park, and figure things out, and so that's what we did. We stuck mostly to the paved paths, although I'm still pretty tired considering we stuck to the paved paths. Liz, how many steps did we end up doing today?
Whoa, 23,636 steps.
Wow, that many steps on an easy day. Yikes. Can't believe we did all of those. What was your favorite part of the trip so far?
The waterfalls. Yeah, they were really like raging and full. And a lot of that happens to be just this year we had so much rain in California. So finally, we're seeing the benefits of all that rain.
For sure. Hey Gadget, how do you feel? Seems like everyone's ready for bed, so I guess we'll have to catch you all tomorrow.